Okay then, boys. So, um, obviously, address the elephant in the room. Um, I have made a recent video on the fact that it's called Round One Championship of the Ages. Um, cut long story short, I'm sacking it off immediately. So, no particular reason why. Just thought it's a bit shit, so I just sacked it off. Decided to do this instead. So, same people in there, just they're racing for different teams. Not it's all the same teammates, but it's all category cars, so it's not just a bunch of random fucking shit going on all the time. It's actually more coordinated. So let me run you through the grid order. So obviously you can see there on pole position is Sam R for Red Bull Racing. P2 is Leandro from McLaren. P3 Domino from Mercedes. Oscar Ferrari. Tilly Red Bull. Megan Ferrari. Jack Aston Martin Racing. Ryan Mercedes. Andra Aston Martin Racing. Jono McLaren. Flynn Williams. Sam W Haas. Angus V Carb. Nathan Stake. Lauren Williams. Fahim Alpine. Sam G Haas. Reese Vicar, Fahima Alpine, and Ruby Stake. Just to let you all know, obviously, it's all the F1 teams. There's no particular reason why I've done any of these in order. I have tried to make it where in real life teams that are better are actually better. Not anything crazy, it's not going to be McLaren dominance all the time. It's just going to be those top teams that are normally up there. I've tried, not going to say what happens because I don't know what happens, to make it so that it's, going to be those same teams towards the top. So, yeah, let's see what happens. So, also another thing, it's a rolling start, not a grid start, and the reason it's a rolling start is because I've changed the AI, and the AI is more. It's just better. It's just better. It's more fast. I mean, it's just better in every. I mean, it's just better. Trust me, it's better. Right, let's see what happens. Let's do this. Right, bang. Here we go. Obviously, rolling start. Wait for the green light to go off. Bang. There we go. Timer started. Sam R starting from pole position, as I say. Oscar straight away going for the move on Domino. That was a quick one. He's not made it stick though. You can see they're all trailing behind. Probably thinking because it's a rolling start that not many moves are going to happen. Well, let me tell you, I've seen a few snippets of what's happened, and I can tell you, you will be very, 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 very wrong. So, obviously at the moment they're not making much moves. No problem though. Domino's obviously getting a bit comfortable there in P3. Samar is currently cruising in P1. Leandro P2 still. Tilly P5. I know, just skips Domino and Oscar. Megan's right at the chuff of who's that? Tilly. Jack trailing Megan. And then you've got Ryan and Jono. I believe Jono has actually overtaken Andrew there, which is a good job from him. Sam W is looking racy. Look at that. It's flying down the inside of Andra. Oh, that's a bit crazy. There he goes. Straight through. That was quick. Oh, crikey. Andra's made a bit of a shocker there. And she's all the way down. Where has she gone back to? Goodness me, she's down to dead last. So dead last. That's not where she wants to be. And Mike Crack will be absolutely fuming at that one on the pit wall. Sam are still in P1 then, followed by Leandro and Oscar. Megan is now trailing Oscar. She's all over him, which is where she loves to be. Tilly, right behind, she's obviously been overtaken by Megan. Jack is now overtaking Domino. It's like Domino's made somewhat of a boo-boo somewhere. She was in P3, she's now down to P7, so she's made a bit of an error somewhere. She has in fact got a teammate right behind, and as I say that, he gets overtaken by Jono. Watch out for this man, by the way, because this guy is he's a feisty one. Let's call it that way. He's in practices 2 and 3, he looks rapid. So watch out for him. I'm also going to say watch out for this man. And there he goes. He overtakes Ryan. The straight line speed of that Haas is nothing to shame, because it is, well, I mean, you can see the gap he's just put on Ryan, just in that one straight. Disgusting. I mean, watch this. We'll stay on board now with Sam W as he's chasing down Jono now. We'll see. So the gap at the moment you can see is that, and we'll see how much it closes. It's all closing all the time. This is not fair. What caused it? This is not fair at all for Jono. Is he going to make the move? He's gonna. Yes, he is. He's going to try and send it down the inside. Jono, he needs to be late on the brakes here. He's not going to be late enough. And Sam W's going to make the move. But Jono's going to go down back the inside with the switcheroo. And that's a beautiful exit from him. Lovely job there from Jono. Looking a bit further ahead, the order that we saw earlier still remains the same. Obviously we've got Sam R from Red Bull still leading, and then Leandro followed by 2 Ferraris, all over each other as per usual. And then obviously Tilly, kind of a bit in no man's land, just usually is mentally, just trailing behind there. And then you've got Jack, who's actually making solid progress, I believe. I think he started at P8 and he's now up to P6. I believe he's overtaken Domino and I think Flynn. Oh, sorry, not Flynn, Ryan. Speaking of Ryan, he's made unfortunate progress in the fact that he's actually made no progress, and he's actually gone down. He's now losing the pack ahead as well. Jono in front, and you can see this is quite a close battle. And he's going to try and make a move back on Sam W, but it's no mean feat against Sam W. As I was saying earlier, that Haas is disgusting in a straight line, and now he's trying to go straight through on Domino, and that is, I mean, another reference that it was unintended, but yet so true. He's always trying to do that, go straight through Domino. Anyway, moving past. Oscar's obviously, oh my goodness me, he's made a bit of a boo-boo somewhere, and he's allowed Megan and Tilly to go through, and he's down to P5. Not ideal for him. He's going to be surely back on the hunt to try and overtake at least Tilly. I think Ferrari potentially might even try and stop a move from Megan happening, depending on pace. Domino, there she goes, defending position against Jack. Or sorry, no, she's not defending. She's actually overtaken Jack. So Jack's now going back down the inside. You can see this battle here. It's a beautiful little battle, this one. Jono and Sam W. Look at this side by side. Who's going to get to the end of the straight in front? It's going to be Sam W, of course. The straight line speed's an unbelievable thing. Is Jono going to send it? Oh, no, he's not. He backs out last seconds, it looks like. Smart decision there from him, I believe. That could have ended badly. Looking behind them, a little bit further back, we've got Flynn settling in P13. Not really where he wants to be. You know, he wants to be fighting for points, much like where, you know, Sam W and, you know, kind of Ryan is, and those kind of bottom feeder teams that are just on the back end of the points tally, which is, I think Sam W would be very happy with his position at the moment. Certainly at his pace, he looks very, very racy at the moment. He's in a fight for P6, and quite frankly, it looks like he could get there at any stage. Looking ahead, Oscar, I've missed that, has overtaken, I believe he's actually overtaken both Tilly and Leandro. Leandro was in P2, and he's now fallen back to P5, and that has allowed both Megan and Oscar to move forward. And now will we see some type of team orders at Ferrari here, just to kind of settle the pace a little bit, just to allow both drivers and essentially the pack to catch up to Sam R, who is streaking ahead a little bit now because of the battle. Oh, looks like no team orders at Ferrari. Oscar, is he going to go for the move down the inside of Megan? Yes, he is. It's a ballsy move, but it's too ballsy. It's too ballsy, and he goes too deep. and that's going to let Megan back through. And you saw in the background there as well, Leandro going straight down the inside of Tilly there. That's a bit of a weird combination, and I won't even make a joke about that just because it's a bit weird. But anyway, Jono, goodness me, he's up into P6. He's obviously had a lap of dreams that we've missed somewhere. He's now going to be on the hunt for Tilly. We'll see how quickly he gets there, or if he even gets there at all. I do believe he can, but if he does or not is a question to be seen. But you can see there, I mean, they're battling these Ferraris, they're going hammer and tong, and it seems to be slowing their pace down. You see 8/10 there is the gap. Just at the red little bar at the top. In fact, if I skip back a little bit towards Andra, who's actually made some movements from, she was obviously P20 at one stage after having that shocking hairpin on lap 1. She now made her way back up into P15, which I think she'll be happy with. She made some solid progress after that initial, obviously unfortunate moment. Looking ahead again then, Oscar, is he going to go for the move again? Yes, he is. Another one down the inside, and once again, Megan's got his number. Megan's all over him this race so far. Oscar, he's scrambling, he doesn't know what he's doing. And at the moment, I mean, Megan's looking very pacey. Quite frankly, looking the faster of the two Ferraris. She's got the fastest lap. There are points on the table for that. And goodness me, look at that. Jono, he's got some pace, hasn't he? He's got a penalty, however. Where's that come from then? He's got some penalty. That should buff out on track limits. I believe that was 4, I'm hearing. So, but goodness me, he's caught up straight away. I mean, you can tell he's pushing. He's obviously got that penalty, and that lap on the right-hand side, the laps, you can see that is a 27.8 compared to a 29.1 until the lap previous. What is the leaders doing? Leaders, well, to be fair, Sam's keeping a consistent pace. Megan is doing a 28.9. Well, that lap from Jono was rapid, 27.8. He's clearly pushing, and goodness me, he's gone straight down the inside of Tilly. No hesitation there from him, and now he's up behind his teammate. Hopefully he can source something here. We'll hope for him. He's had a cracking race so far. He started from P10. And goodness me, look at that. Is Oscar going to go for the move again, is he? Yes, he is. Down the inside of Megan. White Ruby loves it. Goodness me, and he's done it again. He's done it again. That's it's becoming child's play now for Megan. Oscar, he's getting absolutely mugged off here every lap, every hairpin. I'll tell you what, it looks a bit closer this time around. And in fact, so does Megan. Can we see a move here at all from either of them? Is it going to be Megan going down the inside of Sam? No, it's not. What about Oscar down? Maybe squeezing just through on the inside? Not quite. It's getting all very close there in the top 3. Those 3 are streaking away a little bit. We've got Leandro then in P4, followed by Jono P5, Tilly P6, Jack P7, Domino P8, and then Sam WP9. That rounds off the top 9. And there's a huge gap down to Fahima, who's made some brilliant progress, and she's up into P10. She's then followed by Angus from V-Carb in P11, just outside the points. Then it's Flynn in P12, Ryan in P13, who's had a shocking start. Mercedes will be fuming about that. And then Andra has made some good progress, as I was mentioning before, in P14. Ruby P15, Reese in P16. Can obviously say Ruby actually started from dead last. She's made some good progress as well. Fahim in P17 from Alpine, Sanji from Haas in P18, Nathan P19, and Lauren P20. Moving back towards the front, it's oh goodness me, let's get the replay of that. What happened there? Leandro, he's off the track there. So then riding on board with Jono, surely not the two McLarens. So Jono and Leandro, it looks to be. And you're coming up towards the hairpin here. Goodness me, it's a bit of contact there from Jono. Leandro, what a save from Leandro. He's almost gone into the back of Oscar. That could have been terrible news for him. I wonder if the stewards will look at that. I do think that was unfortunate if Jono does get a penalty. To be honest, I don't think he deserves one. As much as I think that should be settled internally. Quite frankly, between the two McLarens, they did make contact, and sadly, that did cost Leandro quite a heavy amount of time. He's down to P9, still in the points, but he's lost about 10 seconds there, which is really not ideal. But it is ideal for Jono because he's now up to P4, and he's obviously now pushing on to get into the top 3, and he's going to catch up to the top 3, it looks like, because he's on it again. He's only 2 thousandths behind his personal best, his personal best being a 27.6. And Oscar, somewhere along the lines, has actually made a move to P2. And now he is trailing Sam R, who at this stage has been leading from start to finish. Just also so everyone's aware and understanding, there will be pit stops. There is one mandatory pit stop. They can take it any time. Obviously the strategy, hold on a second, pause that. Oscar's going down the inside of Sam R. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. That's a beautiful move. He's finally learnt his lesson from the bullshit he was spewing against Megan. He's learnt his lesson. He's up to P1. He's made some solid progress. Really has. But oh my goodness me, here we go again. Sam R. He's going to try and go for a move on Oscar. Down the inside. He's going to make it stick, isn't he? He's going to make it stick. Of course he does. He's going to make it stick. Oh my goodness me. He's backed out of it on the exit of the corner. I mean, I haven't got a clue what he's thinking there, but he's now down to P3, and it's a Ferrari 1-2. This race is getting more crazy and crazy by the second. Oscar's now leading for the first time in this Grand Prix. Maybe not as the first time, actually, but, well, he was just leading, but anyway, you get the point. Megan's now up into P2, where she's actually been for a lot of this race, but she's doing a solid performance at the moment with the fast lap, of course. Sam R, first time he's been outside of the top 1 this whole race. And Jono is now right up his chuff. Tilly's again in no man's land, unfortunately. But looking more towards this top 4 battle then, that's currently on the screen. And it's going to be Megan making a move. No, she's not. She's defending against Sam R. Is he going to make some type of ballsy move? No, he's not. But goodness me, look at that. Megan's just absolutely sent it on Oscar, and it's, hold on, let's get the replay up. Hold on a second. Watch this replay. So riding on board then with Megan, she's defending from Sam R. There you can see the Audi just in front, and Megan, a bit of a last ditch. I think she maybe broke a little bit too late, and it's just put Oscar on the outside and all over the marbles, and that's just put him down to P4, just straight away from P1 down to P4, and that's completely fucked over the Ferraris. And look at that, Sam R and Megan both pit, and now it's Jono, who was leading for a brief moment, immediately has been overtaken by Oscar, who's now immediately back up to P1. Goodness me, this is getting mad. The pit stops are coming in thick and fast. So then, Oscar and Jono stay out for one more lap. Sam R and Megan both come out. Sam R in front. Goodness me, I believe. Oh no, that is right, isn't it? No, that is right. Sam R was leading when they went into the pits. And they're both boxed for new tyres. We'll see what they can do now on this fresh set. Flynn has stayed out, Tilly is boxed, Fahim stayed out, Ruby stayed out, and Jack, Sam W, Domino and Leandro have all boxed as well. So obviously you can see these two up the front now, miles ahead of everyone else. Oscar and Jono, two of the best drivers on the grid. Obviously they're not miles ahead on pace, they are simply going long, or well, not really going long, but going longer than the others. So he's up into P1 now, of course, Oscar, and they should probably be boxing now, or at least one of them. Oscar is going to be boxing, and Jono is also boxing. They're both boxing, coming into the pits. for some fresh tyres and also some fuel. You can see on the top left where it says that fuel bar is at 17 for Oscar and 25 for Jono. That's quite interesting. The real possibility that Jono could jump Oscar in the box purely because of Jono has to put less fuel in. And that's exactly what's happened. That's exactly what's happened. Oscar has come out behind Jono, and immediately that has put him even more on the back foot than he was. He's now down to P4. He wasn't P1, and he's well, they've obviously both been jumped quite substantially by these fresh tyres of Sam R and Megan, but they should have a good little offset, tiny, small offset, but an offset nonetheless, going towards the end of this race. Oscar seemingly has lost some momentum somewhere within the first sector. He's lost a couple of seconds to Jono there. That's not ideal. Jono's still right at the chuff of Megan and Sam are, but for whatever reason, Oscar is in no man's land. He's in no man's land at the moment. He's obviously got the catching up job, and that's not good for him because it means, and also not good for Ferrari because they were practically locked in a top 3 earlier in this Grand Prix, and now they're sitting P2 and P4 with the driver in P4 being quite substantially behind. Look at this now then. Megan is going to make a move on Sam R here, and she's going to make it stick. She's up into P1. She's had a phenomenal Grand Prix apart from that dodgy move she pulled on Oscar. I tell you what, he's probably still fuming about that. If that was me, I'd be fuming as well. I also should say that's a beautiful livery, by the way, that Megan's got on. Definitely didn't do that myself. Sam R in P2, and then Jono P3. Oscar's still trailing in P4. He's still got the catch-up job on his hands. We'll see what the pace is like in this lap for him. You can see for Megan, her previous lap was a 27.6, so that pace is going way up for everyone. Obviously they've just boxed, so it's understandable. Jono, what was his previous lap? He just come up the box, so we'll see what happens on this lap. Sam R, his pace is picked up slightly. He's in the low 28s now. But we do need a big lap here from Oscar. We need some prime pace from him. Tilly's been consistent, but not really had the pace challenge. She still remains in P5. We've got to keep watching this top 3 battle, man. They're so close. They're so close. It's a no-brainer to keep watching it. Is Megan going to make another move on Sam R here? You can actually see the initial loss of position, but she is going to make another move onto lap 14. That lap for Sam R was a personal best, 27.8, and the lap for Jono was also a personal best, 27.2. Oscar's was in fact an even better lap, 27.2 as well, but better than Jono's by 200. He's got 2 laps to go to try and catch up to this top 3 for a potential podium position. Can he do it? He definitely can. And he's just gone purple in sector 1. He's got pace, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for this man towards the end of this Grand Prix. He's got pace and he's doing the catch-up job. And he's on a mission. He is on a mission and a half. Watch him. I'm telling you now, watch him. Tilly also did a personal best that previous lap, 27.8. Sam W did a 28.5 in the previous lap. He's losing a little bit of time. Now doing 27 flat. Domino also doing 27 flat. So both there, these guys having their own little battle. It's looking a bit juicy as well. Moving back towards the front. Jono's actually made a move on Sam R that he's immediately going to lose. We've got to stay on board because we're going into the final lap in a moment. And oh, look at this now. Oscar, after all this shambolicness from Ferrari with that dodgy contact there, and also in the pit stop there must have been some type of malfunction. He's caught up in spectacular fashion, and he's going to cross the line with 27. No, that's not him. He's just crossed the line with a 26.5. My goodness me, he's got blistering pace here, and he's only got 1 lap to make some moves, and he's going to have to make them quickly because there's not much opportunity in this sector to do anything. Jono, he's all over the back of Sam Ari. Can he make... Of course he can. This MCL Jono we're talking about, he's gone straight down the inside of Sam Ari. He's after P2. I think that's what he did last lap. That's how he got ahead of him. And goodness me, this is turning into something special for Rafe. Megan still remains in P1. She's been holding that position ever since about 3 laps ago when she first overtook Sam. Jono in P2, he's all over Megan in those couple of sectors. But it's this final sector where it seems to me that Jono's just lacking a little bit in straight line speed, whether it's a setup or what. Let's ride on board with these 4 then. So Sam R, look towards the front with Sam R and Oscar. Here we go. Goodness me, Sam R, he's defending his position from Oscar. That's all he wants now, I believe, is a podium. Going into the final hairpin. Sam R, he's gonna make a move on Jono. It's a phenomenal move. Caught napping with Jono. And now he's got the defence to be put on against Oscar. Looks like Megan's going to wrap this one up with a phenomenal victory. It's been a brilliant performance from her. But looking back, Oscar, he's going to go for the move on Jono. Can he make it on the line? Not quite. Goodness me, what a finish. Goodness gracious, what a finish from us. You've got to commend everything he's done there in those last few laps. Were absolutely blistering. Look at this now. Then Sam W on the line. He's going to make it. P6 for Sam W. And that was it. That was the end of the race. Fuck me, that ended quick. Holy smokes. Moving forward, I mean, that was just unbelievable. Let's watch some the results there then. So, hold on a second. Hold on. So, obviously, we got Megan in P1. There we go. So, Megan P1, Sam R P2. Then it was Jono P3 and Oscar P4. Funny enough, such a close finish that Oscar's actually in P3 after the line, but he actually finished P4. Obviously, we know what happened here with Jack and Sam W. So Sam W did finish P6, and then Jack P7, Leandro P8, Domino P9, and then Flynn P10. So some good points for him. Andra, unfortunately, did not finish in the points, unfortunately for her, but you can see the rest of the order on the left-hand side. That is the finishing order. And yeah, so some solid results there for particularly, I would say, Megan for sure. So I think she drove really well. I think Jack's had a brilliant performance, regardless of that unfortunate last second overtake for Sam W. Obviously, Sam W had a phenomenal race. Leandro was probably going back to the caravan in Jono's paddock and probably kicking his fucking head in because of that, which I would be as well, to be fair, because that was a bit of a stupid ballsy move from Jono that was unnecessary, and I think Andrea Stella will be having some stern words with him after the race. But also, as much as Megan did obviously win the race and have a phenomenal Grand Prix, she did kind of fuck over Oscar at a stage where it was quite vital, which is, I think Fred Vasseur will certainly be having some words about that as well. Obviously, I think the main consensus will be that it's a brilliant result for the team. So P1 and P4 there for Ferrari. Obviously, Red Bull P2, P5. They'll happily take that. McLaren then P3, P8. So out of those top 3 teams, McLaren are still trailing. And then Ferrari, obviously, at the top of the constructors at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, overall, it was a fantastic race. And, yeah, man, I mean, that was fun. That was fun. And this is what I'm talking about. With this format, is miles better. That's why I've got to sack off the other flipping championship. I've got to sack it off because it's just shit. So yeah. Anyway, I actually will do a round 2 for this, by the way. So yeah. That was good. That was good fun, man. Good fun.